5 at a time in your hand at the end of your first turn, though. And if you can't use an item, you could just do this, put it down, put it sideways. That indicates it's carried, but it doesn't give you any bonus. It's just carried. But only one big item can be carried or equipped at a time.
James, the camera.
I'm intimidating.
It's crazy. You're not intimidating. He's a fox, not a wolf. So, what does the fox say? You know?
Is that a fox?
Yeah, it's like a fox.
But it's a wolf color.
You have to put on a character,
Yeah,
right?
but they're great. They're great foxes.
See, yeah, but gray foxes are basically grayish red. I've seen people.
So you got one character.
Yeah, no, you don't have to. But race cards, you can have one race at a time. There is a half-breed card that lets you have 2. If you don't have a race, you're a human. And if you don't have a class, you'd have no class. But you can have one race, one class, but there are cards that will let you just read the cards. Mostly the cards are okay, you're a wizard. By the way, the rules do say you can discard a race or class at any time you want. Any time, even during combat. Yes, if you want, but not. You gotta wait until you turn it like that. Okay, Zerdorf. Now, if you want to play half-breed, you can be a dwarf with no disadvantages to being a dwarf, and you have the option to play another race card, but you get disadvantages. The disadvantages are just usually that certain monsters get bonus, like Bigfoot gets plus 5 against or plus 3 against halflings. Halflings, the stone golem will eat the halfling if he can't escape, but okay.
I told you.
Those are follow me odds, right? Yeah, I don't really like those. They kind of, yeah, they're follow me odds. They kind of freak me out unless
Look at somebody and then
they're follow me.
Follow me is basically like if you look.
It's an optical illusion.
It always looks at your starting.
By the way, if you get an app, you can get a level counter app on your phone. It would make it a lot easier for everyone. Write it on the table or something. Yeah, I don't know. Just
At level 1.
No, I'll go first because I'll show you guys just how it works. You can play the items right from the beginning of the game. It's carried. Okay. Boots of running really fast. Yeah, that gives you plus 2 to run away. So you can use a sword. To run away, because that's a singing and dancing sword. Yeah, singing and dancing sword. That gives you a plus 2 combat bonus. Your level 1 plus your plus 2 bonus for the sword will give you combat bonus. Shield ability, but you're not a warrior, so you can't use it. No, you can hold it. I would hold that in your hand because it's a big item. And you can only have one of those at a time. You can sell it. Selling is only to buy levels. If you sell 1,000 gold races worth of items, you gain 1 level. You can also get 2,000 to get 2 levels, 3,000. It all has to be discarded at once. And gold doesn't carry over, so if you have extra, it just goes to waste. This will give you a plus 1 bonus. So you're level 1, but your combat strength is 2 because you add the plus 1 bonus to your card. So you can kill a monster on level 1, which they're actually like 4,000. So it's not. Yeah, you can. I said you think you have to wait 2 turns to play that use card, and you can't play any. The only ones that are usable during combat are ones that say usable once only. So go up a level or not applicable, even though they are usable once only. Yeah, you can curse people.
Yeah, I actually use cards.
Yeah, but those are okay. And there's also a thing about combat. When you're fighting something, you can ask one person for help, and they can help you. But if you still can't beat the monster, you gotta run away. And running away, bad stuff happens. You have to do the bad. If you roll a d6, normally it's 5 or 6 escapes, but there are die modifiers like he has to run really fast, which whenever he rolls, he has 2. 5 or 6 escapes, and no bad stuff happens. But if bad stuff happens, then bad stuff happens. And then it'll tell you what happens.
This card is something you can play, right?
Yeah, but only during combat. That's a monster combat. You can play cards during other people's combat to screw with them to make their combat more difficult, or you can like make a deal with them and say I'll make it easier if you give me treasure, or you can help. They can ask you for help in combat, but only one person can help you in combat. And you can, and if you help yourself,
Still going. Should I stop it?
you don't need it. You're human. Yeah, there are certain
Still on the first.
Like it anyway. They're pretty decent. So the badass bandana and the Swiss Army pole arm. And the Swiss Army pole arm. Ding, 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 ding. Hey, if you're recording, you gotta have me do that. I'm gonna do the man whore dance later. Fernando the Mandalorian. Dance of the Mandalorian. Not just brontosaurus, possibly like eating worms. It's lucky with my garage. Taste my seed. It's hard to mind. It's captured from Okay, so the first thing you do on your turn is you play whatever cards you can only equip items out of combat, so very equipment around that you can discard class. Okay, so the first thing you do, so when you decide you're done with trading, and you can also only trade items on the table that are carried, so other people haven't been able to see.
Wait,
Yeah, if you want. If you can. Riot GM with food. I think you can. Oh, go ahead. You can play those. I think you're supposed to wait until your turn, but I'm gonna let you play those.
I'm level 2.
So you're level 2. You're level 2 also. You're level 2. You're level 2. Combat strength is 3. Your combat strength is 4. Alright, so the first thing you do is you kick open the door. Okay, it's not a monster card, so I don't have to fight it. But this now belongs to me. I have to show it. Everyone sees I have a halfling. I put it in my hand. I now. No, that gives you bonus to run away. Okay, dwarf. I'm discarding my dwarf, and I'm being a halfling. I'm putting on my halfling, my step ladder. And now I have a gear bonus of 3. And I have a choice on what to do in combat. Okay, if you don't draw a monster when you kick down the door, you can either loot the room, which means you take a door card face down, put it in your hand, or you play a monster card from your hand and fight it as if you would draw it. So if you have, like, for example, I'm going to look for trouble right now. I have this level 4 snails on speed. I'm now fighting a level 4 snails on speed. My combat strength is 5, so if no one wants to interfere with my combat, I'm going to kill the snails.
I do. Alright. This is 5 plus 5.
Okay. Monsters can only be played during other people's combat if you have a card. There's a card called Wandering Monster. You have to play that along with the monster. But there is another rule. If a monster is undead in the combat, you can play
You want to record?
It isn't dead.